You know, in the huge world of My Singing Monsters, there's this one place that's, well, it's just different. It's born from dreams, kind of floating between what's real and what's not. So today, let's pull back the curtain on the super mysterious and musical Mythical Island. All right, let's just dive right in. And honestly, the best place to start is with the game's own description, because it just sets the tone so perfectly. See, Mythical Island isn't just some island you can find on a map. It's more like the physical form of a far-fetched aspiration. It's this dream that monsters have to find their family, and that big old moon in the sky, that's their guiding light.
So, first things first, let's get into the story behind it all. We're going to explore the foundational lore, because this place is, and I mean this literally, built from the power of pure imagination.
So, how do monsters even get there? Well, you can't just hop on a boat and sail to Mythical Island. Nope, they get there using this really unique power called Dreamcraft. Think of it like this arcane, magical art form that's basically a one-way ticket, and it's fueled by the monster's own focus and energy. Pretty cool, right?
The thing you gotta understand about this island is that it's less of a physical place and more of a magical creation. It's totally an artificial construct, not some chunk of rock that formed naturally. At its very heart is this thing called the Lunaparadis, and it's made from something called humatite, a substance that literally shouldn't exist in the regular monster world. So yeah, it's in this weird in-between space, neither real nor unreal. Wild.
All right, so you're probably wondering, how do I get there? Let's talk about how you, the player, can unlock this dreamscape and start sending your own mythical monsters over.
So, you want to get in? Well, before you can even think about teleporting any monsters, you've got to hit 2 key milestones with your account. First, you got to reach player level 12. And second, you need to have purchased Fire Oasis. Once you've checked those 2 boxes, boom, access to Mythical Island is totally free.
The whole process is actually super simple, just 3 steps. First, you take any of your mythical monsters, like your Jujube or your Yostrich, and you get them all the way up to level 15 on their home island. Doing that unlocks the teleport option. Then you just hit that button and poof, your monster lands in the nursery on Mythical Island, but they're reset to level 1, all ready to start a brand new life.
But, and this is a big but, you gotta be warned, this move is permanent. Dreamcraft is a one-way street, folks. Once you send a monster to Mythical Island, there's no going back. It can never be sent back to its original island. This really adds some strategic weight to the decision, right? You're not just moving a monster, you're basically committing it to a whole new life and a totally new song.
Okay, so we've unlocked the island. We sent our first monster. Now let's meet the cast of characters, the unique inhabitants that make all the magic happen here. Okay, so the absolute key to this entire island is its one exclusive monster, the Catalyst. And get this, it's described as the literal personification of dreams. It's the catalyst for manifesting completely new monsters on the island. So, you're going to find 2 totally different types of monsters hanging out here. First, you've got your core mythicals. These are the monsters you already know and love, the ones you teleport over from the natural and fire islands. But then you have the dream mythicals. And these are brand new monsters that you can only get by breeding them right here on Mythical Island. And of course, to house this big, growing family of dream creatures, you're going to need space. A lot of space. You'll have to upgrade your castle through a bunch of different tiers. And the final one, the Humatite Castle, gives you a whopping 200 beds. So you've got space for 200 monsters. But how do you actually make the new ones, the ones that are totally exclusive to this island? How do you start composing those brand new melodies? Let's get into it. Now this next part is a huge deal, especially for veteran players. One of the biggest, most fundamental rules of the game is that mythical monsters can't breed on their home islands, period. Well, Mythical Island takes that rule and just throws it right out the window. This opens up a whole new universe of possibilities. And the whole breeding system here is built on one super simple but really powerful formula. All you do is combine the Catalyst with one of your core mythicals, and that gets you a brand new Dream Mythical. It's that easy. For example, if you breed a Catalyst with a Strombonin, you get the awesome little Crunchy.
And what do you get from all that breeding? Well, you get one of the most musically complex and beautiful songs in the entire game. It was composed by Tom Meekley, and it actually uses a polyrhythm. That means some monsters are playing at one speed, while others are playing at a different speed all at the same time. It creates this incredibly rich, kind of dreamy soundscape, all layered over this background of wind and sparkly sounds.
All right, last section, mastering the myth.
let's talk strategy and answer the big question. Beyond the music and collecting all the cool monsters, why should you even bother investing your time here?
Look, beyond just the fun of completing the song, Mythical Island can be an absolute powerhouse for your entire account. I'm talking about an economic engine. If you plan it out right, this one island can generate a massive amount of coins for you.
Let's just take the monster Anglo as an example. Okay, so at level 20, a regular common Anglo gets you 72 coins per minute. Not bad. But the rare version, that jumps up to 88. And the epic Anglo, we're talking 112 coins every single minute. So investing in those rarer versions gives you this huge boost to your income, which you can then use to fund everything else you're doing on all your other islands.
So, what's the big takeaway here? Ultimately, there is no single best monster to get first. The whole community pretty much agrees on this one. A monster's value is totally different depending on where you are in the game. It's all about your own progress and your own goals. That means your strategy has to be flexible, because what works for a brand new player is almost never what's best for a longtime veteran. And all of that just leaves us with one final thought about the future of this island. Think about it. If the Catalyst is the literal personification of dreams, and they're still adding new epic dream mythicals to the game, well, the potential for new creations is basically endless. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What impossible creature is going to be dreamed up next?